I've already seen that, so I'm not going to really learn anything.
Not that fun either.
From that. Well, if I had the right like magnifying glass system set up,
more tragic than anything.
Yeah, I don't have the right equipment to enjoy it fully. Is where we're going with that.
Understood.
Yeah, but for everyone listening or paying attention, we're back. We're here. We're recording. We're doing stuff. I got Bankey here with me.
Is this your first one back?
You're the first one. Now, I did have someone lined up, but a situation happened and they didn't make it.
Bird.
I know, Dan, you're dead to me, but, whatever. Yeah, but, the whole reason I brought it back is because I can't stop thinking about just certain conversations that are not, like, casual. Like, hey, how's the weather? Although I love talking about the weather, there are just topics that are not normal conversations.
We're talking about birds.
I would love to talk about birds.
I don't know shit about birds.
Honestly, I don't either. I can paint.
What?
I can paint birds, and I know like some tiny interesting facts about like ravens being really smart and clicky.
It's a little contrary to the constant texts I get from you and Steph about birds.
Yeah, but none of that holds any information.
You like know names? It's more than I know.
I know some names. See, now if Richard was here, Bird City, that man would be able to know. He can hear like songs and like, oh, I know that bird based upon its like call that it makes, which is really impressive.
Yeah.
Bird apps.
I don't know shit about birds.
I don't have bird apps. I just paint them and I like to look at them.
Fair enough.
Now I will be very cat-like and stare out the window at birds.
At birds?
Yeah.
Do you have a little setup?
No, I don't have like binoculars or anything. That seems a bit voyeuristic, I think.
To the bird?
I literally no. I think like having like
you're gonna catch it in the shower or something?
No, like binoculars by a window in your house, like you're just gonna be staring at your neighbors.
They don't know that.
Of course they don't. I literally just read a book, House on the Lake, I think is what it's called, by Riley Sager.
No, I feel like I heard that, but maybe not.
I think they turned it into like a show. Maybe He's kind of popular. Writes a bunch of mystery books. Mm-hmm. And the woman was there, like, kind of going through, like, an AA rehab. And it was, like, a very private, rich Vermont lake with houses. And she had binoculars for bird watching and just stares at and watches her neighbors.
Was it a good book?
It was until about 2/3 of the way through.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, it was really, really
Did
good.
you stop
I was eating. No, I pushed through because Amanda was actually going to give me the heads up.
All right.
So she texted me because I posted about it because I was fucking loving it. And she said, it's really good until it isn't. And I'm like, that's a hard stance. Which made me
isn't?
I had to read it so much faster. And it gets to a part and you're like following it and can't wait to get to the end. And then it just goes like very opposite direction, like different genre direction.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, okay, so it's a trick, like it's like, oh, JK, mystery. Nah, it just stuck the land. Like it didn't stick the landing. It stuck with the theme. And you're just sitting there like, what the fuck?
So it's not like the Red Wedding where all of a sudden you're like,
okay.
Now, angry.
In my opinion, that's what the writer is good at. He writes crazy plots, and then at the end, it kind of tumbles down to you're just like, whoa, what the fuck? There it is, which I love. Cause like Agatha Christie kind of does the same thing. Big fan of that. Usually murder mysteries, some kind of paranormal activity to it, but more like building up on like lore and just people's superstitions.
You ever read any Koontz?
Dean?
Yeah.
I have one of Dean Koontz.
I loved his books.
The Good Guy?
I haven't read him in a long time, but I used to read shit out of him.
The Good Guy, right? Look
now
at
you gotta look it up.
Look at this. I have it all hooked up. Where's my stupid mouse? There it is.
Did I move?
No, you don't. Oh, were your head not in the square? Yeah, sorry. Well, that's your fault. I can't even see that from here, can you?
Can you read that from?
I'm like, oh shit, that's further than I thought. I can't read it all. I don't even know how to spell Koontz. I was right though. The Good Guy. I have that book.
I haven't read that one. When did that one come out?
Oh fuck, if I know.
Doesn't say.
No, they're so far away. Can you see like they're like, oh. All right, so we'll have to work on that in the future. That's for sure.
Midnight was a good one.
Midnight.
Yeah.
Murder mystery kind of thriller.
It's supernatural thriller type thing.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, I love supernatural stuff. I love sci-fi stuff.
I think you'll dig it.
I mean, we're literally talking inside of a fake tavern right now.
That's right. Whose seat is this normally? This is Eric's?
This is Eric's.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Ben's?
Ben, this is the chair he sits in, but usually he's right here kind of messing with the audio. And Kristen sits here in her chair, which is over there.
And of course you're over there.
Oh, yeah. And then I'm behind the DM screen. So I had to like move some stuff around.
Yeah.
But, you know, it does what it does. It gets warm in here with a lot of people.
I can see that.
It's because all the decorations are just hung up with double-sided tape, and it's all foam.
The walls aren't foam, are they?
Well, the wall is drywall, yeah, but all the decorations are foam.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so you're literally walking into a thermos. Yeah, 100%.
But it looks good.
It's fun.
It's come a long way.
That's a good vibe. It has come a long way, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we are just rocking and rolling on building crazy shit. It looks wild in here. A lot of people are pretty stunned, but it's not that bad. I think we take everything down. I have like probably less than 20 holes to patch, like from tiny little nails. I'm like, bro, I hang up so many pictures. I have that on a normal house in the first place.
No, that's way different than the other place.
Yeah, that is true.
You guys like it here?
Oh, I love it here. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Compared to yeah.
Eric and I were talking about
I feel like you guys are adults in here now.
Oh my god. And to an extent. I mean, there's something about like moving out of a rat hole into just a nice house.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even if you don't change anything about yourself, it just definitely feels a bit of more of a grown up spot. But the sun that comes through is everything.
Oh yeah, you got no sun in your other place.
Nothing. It was awful. It's like living in a cave. Now my plants are flourishing.
Yeah, you come here, nice bright house, and build a cave. Nice.
I did. Yeah. I actually don't spend a lot of time in here because of that. I usually hop around the house. Now my dream for a long time, because I like to do so many different art aspects, is to have a big warehouse, kind of like the Fantasy Factory.
Where the fuck is that?
It's Rob Deerdeck.
Okay.
So he has it's just a big warehouse, and inside he has like his office and a whole bunch of like skate ramps, and he does a bunch of crazy stuff in there. And I'm like, that's the dream.
Yeah.
Just to be rich and have a giant warehouse so your ADHD can go crazy. That sounds great. But to an extent, I kind of have that here. It's not all one lump building.
All over?
Yeah, but I have like little spots all over the house. I think I'm building another like an airbrushing setup in the garage right now.
I thought that was your gym.
There is a gym in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I gotta continue to update. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm pissed.
Actually, right now is probably a good time on Facebook Marketplace because
dude, no,
all the New Year's resolutioners are. No, maybe give them a couple more months.
Yeah, but
when they realize they haven't used it in a year.
Yeah, right, like Christmas in July.
Yeah.
Dude, to continue to sidetrack onto the gym aspect, you have a beautiful gym in your house.
Try.
I had the incorrect idea of what I was going to be able to pull off in a relatively quick amount of time. When I really broke it down,
it took me a long time to build that. That's years.
Which
just piece by piece.
Makes sense.
Yeah, shit's expensive.
Yeah, and then you try to cut corners. Bad move.
Yeah.
Bad move. I got it's a bench press.
Okay.
For $100. It can incline. You have all the adjustments. It can go up and down. I was like, oh, cool. So I can squat. Use it for a squat rack. Had handles so you could do like dips and stuff.
But
bench press. It's fucking tiny.
Yeah.
It's so small. And I'm like, and the bars that hold the barbell are right where your hands need to go. So you're either doing super wide grip or you're just doing close grip. I'm like, who the fuck is going to use this correctly?
That's one of the things that I would end up just saving enough money to get the good stuff.
Yeah.
I always found the cheaper shit. Just couldn't.
Awful.
Yeah. Couldn't do it.
I'm pretty disappointed. I'm actually going to build like a squat rack stand mounted onto the framing with 4x4s just so I could fix it and make it usable. Because I'm so mad. So mad. And then it comes down to the weights, and I thought Facebook Marketplace would be decent. But you're only saving sometimes like 5 cents per pound.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, what? And then you go like, I got a Target gift card for Christmas. I was like,
they don't have shit.
Not only that, but their stuff is 3 times more expensive.
Yeah.
Like I was like, a kettlebell. They have kettlebells. It'll work. It's all the same. It was like for a 20-pound weight, it was $60-something. I'm like, get wrecked.
I've had good luck with Dick's. I thought Dick's is good. They have got some good shit for home.
I wilted when I went into Dick's.
You what?
I'm just a cheap bastard. Is what it
You
is.
I thought you were okay.
No, I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting when I started to look into it. I'm grateful that Kristen has also wanted to build something here, so she's helping.
Contributing?
Yeah, absolutely. But you really have to get creative.
I would use Amazon too.
With your workouts. Really?
Yeah, we have Amazon Prime, so I'm sure the delivery driver fucking hates me.
So pissed. Oh, yeah.
When I order like 60-pound kettlebells and they got to lug that small box, but it's 60 pounds at the door.
Oh, my God. It was so funny. It has to be like a warning on the box.
Yeah.
My barbell got delivered from Amazon, and that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking long.
Huge.
Yeah, and it's pretty heavy. I was like, yeah, I bet that was not fun.
I ordered mine from Sorinex, which is made in South Carolina.
Oh, that's cool.
And I thought initially that I could just go pick it up because everything's made in Colombia, but no. So come on, let me save someone some shipping.
Yeah.
I'll drive up there.
Legal reasons?
I just didn't seem to have the option.
It's weird.
Oh well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'll be
And they're heavy.
Slow. Yeah. You get what you pay for, but it's like, what, $2 a pound for like weights?
It's been a while since I've looked into it.
I think the cheapest I found was like £1, but still, like, it adds up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Granted, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Baby steps. Years. Took me years.
Yeah. I got some workout bands for Christmas.
Those are the best.
So I've been doing like different stuff, and within 10 minutes, I ripped one in half.
What? Fucking monster.
Well, it's not set up, so I'm like looking around trying to get creative. Where can I put this so I can do like tricep extensions?
Mm-hmm.
And so I have this rack stand. I was like, oh, cool, it's got like a little knob at the top, so I just flipped it over. I was like, will that work? And I pulled it on and it went, I was like, too sharp.
You know what I put on my rack? Carabiners.
That's a good idea. I don't have any of those, but those are easy to find.
Home Depot.
I know plenty of places.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good old Home Depot.
Yeah, so I bet your carabiners up there, so I use my bands.
That's a good idea. I've got leather gloves wedged in the corner, and then the bands are on top of that. Hey, it works.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
Then I get my Christmas tree box on top so the bands don't flip off and smack me in the face. It's pretty ghetto.
That's all right.
Yeah, but it works.
It's better than finding toenails.
Yo, yes. Speaking of that, Pivotal is now officially reopened up as Crunch.
Yeah. I haven't been there in a long time. I went there shortly after they remodeled.
Oh, yeah? What, for Pivotal or Crunch?
When it was Pivotal.
Yeah.
From before. Because I was Pivotal back in the day. Then they closed it and remodeled it.
Yeah.
It was incredible inside.
Oh, my God. That's when I think I started going back like shortly after the reopen. And I thought it was great, except for the toenails. But it makes sense because once Crunch bought it, they let it fall into disrepair.
So you found toenails when it was Crunch or Pivotal?
It's hard to know. But I 100% found the toenails when Crunch bought it. But I haven't been back since they rebranded as Crunch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They shut the whole thing down.
It's better than Planet Fitness.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Why?
What kind of fitness equipment does Planet Fitness have in there besides a farm of treadmills?
Oh, I mean, they have a lot of
and their stupid lunk alarm.
Cardio. Look, I'm not a big fan of the lunk alarm. It's too easy to set that off. But they have machines.
Some.
And
they have to wait in line for.
If you got peak hours, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, every gym's going to have shit that you got to wait for.
That's why you build your own.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is what we're advocating it. Jesus.
Home fitness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does make a lot of sense. I work out better at home than I do when I was at the gym, but I had better equipment at the gym. So I don't know if it's like a mental thing for me at that situation.
I enjoy working at home. I don't work out at home as much as I used to.
Yeah, I definitely don't do it as
Veronica
frequently.
and Leighton have started using it, so.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know what it is either. I definitely don't work out as much. And it's right here.
I just want to do. I want to do CrossFit without getting injured.
You can do CrossFit upstairs?
I could, but I go to a CrossFit gym.
Got it.
Just so you have oversight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, good
point. And I'll
point.
just do things. Didn't hurt myself.
Why?
I don't know. I have a history.
You always hurt yourself. You are wearing a CrossFit
Yeah.
sweater now. Nice. Which is relatively new. Last time we talked, you were super into jujitsu.
I still do that.
Okay. Still rolling around tugging on dudes?
If you know it.
Oh, yeah.
Hot, sweaty guys.
Oh,
It's great.
Give it to me. All right. Well, when did you start doing CrossFit?
Oh, man. Over a year ago.
All right. Let's see. Let's talk about which one you like better. Or let's talk about how different they are and what you get from each one of them.
Well, they both have the community aspect of it, which is cool. Jiu-jitsu, you get a lot of exercise without even realizing you're getting exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you're trying to not get choked out. And then you realize you've burnt a whole lot of calories in process.
Yeah.
But it's one helps me keep functionally fit. The other one keeps me flexible and youthful.
Youthful.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
A couple weeks ago, we were waiting to start class, and one of the younger kids, I was like, something about, notice all the old people get here early and start stretching, and all of us young people are like, fuck it, we'll be all right. And so all the young people were sitting on one side. I was just sitting in the middle. And they're like, dude, you're on the wrong side. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, you're supposed to hear the young people. I'm like, dude.
Nice.
I'm like, I'm not as young as you might think I am. How old are you? I'm like 48. And they're like, what? It's like, hey,
dude,
good genes.
Congratulations. I mean, how often do you get that?
Never. Actually, I get it all the time. But
really?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I had no idea how old you were, but I know how old your body is.
It's been through a lot.
Yeah, it's been through a lot. I feel like you fucking hurt yourself too much.
Yeah, I know.
But you don't ever stop. You just kind of keep going. So it's a good thing you're doing all these things.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Now, that's something I haven't read the actual papers on it yet. I did bring it up about the longevity of your life based upon like muscle mass. And if you don't have any exercise in your schedule, it drastically decreases your chance of living healthier and longer.
I believe it.
Same.
I try to, I'll alternate CrossFit and Jiu-Jitsu. So like Monday is CrossFit, Tuesday Jiu-Jitsu. Fridays you don't do anything.
Nice.
And then Saturdays, I didn't today, but I'll usually go ruck.
Climbing?
It's like walking with a heavy backpack.
Yeah. I'm like, damn it. I know something close. All right, so ooh, yeah, that's good.
What was that, rucking?
How do you feel about the 10,000 steps a day thing?
I usually do that. I usually way over 10,000 steps a day.
How are you tracking that?
On my watch.
Nice. Yeah, you walk a lot for work, don't you?
I don't have to, but I choose to.
Ping pong.
I could sit in my office all day, be stationary, but I like to get up and check in on all the people, see how they're doing. I don't like having meetings, really. I'd rather just be up throughout the day, engaging with all the leads.
It's definitely better, I think.
So they can continue to work and I can get the information I need without putting everyone in a room and waste their time.
Yeah, I think they really appreciate that. Start a revolution, start a TED Talk where you teach everyone how to do.
Now, I do have one weekly meeting with them, and it's only 30 minutes.
Nice. 30 minutes?
Just so they can I want to make sure that they were talking to each other.
That's good. That's another important thing, too. Hold on, I feel like we went off the 10,000 steps thing. Have you, seen any difference, how you feel if you don't move around a lot for a day? Like on Fridays, do you
100%.
normally not do anything?
Well, just because I have so many injuries that... So this past week, I haven't worked out at all because Dad's been in the hospital. He had hip replacement.
Dang.
So I've been going up there after work and all that. So I didn't get to work out. But I can definitely feel like the joints start to hurt.
Okay.
And all that when I don't. It seems counterintuitive. But if you would assume your joints would hurt more as you work out.
Yeah.
As much.
Put it under more stress.
Yeah, but.
Stays loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
That's a good point. All right. I fully support that, too. I just like to hear you say it with your own mouth. Yeah,
that's what I try to do. Plus, I like to drink beer, and actually I don't drink that much, but I do enjoy a good margarita.
Ooh. That's I have a question about your work life in a second. But let's talk about this margarita. How do you make your margaritas?
I cheat.
What?
Yeah. About efficiency. So I go to Costco and I get the big jugs of pre-mixed margaritas and their tequila because I want some more oomph to it.
Holy shit. That's not what I was
And
expecting.
then I get a big old cup, fill it up with ice.
Okay, so not frozen.
No, on the rocks.
Okay. I agree. That's definitely the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've done frozen before.
Yeah, I'll drink them for sure.
The brain freeze?
Yeah.
Is unreal.
It can be pretty intense.
Yeah, that's bad. Now, Richard's a friend of mine.
They know. Who doesn't know Richard?
I don't know. If you're listening to this, you know who I am, so it means you know who Richard is.
100%.
Dude's obsessed with making a good margarita, so he goes balls to the walls.
Okay.
I mean, we're
I
talking
can
about
respect that.
extra agave,
Sure.
fancy tequila.
Right?
Oh my god, the whole thing mixes up, has its own little like blend, and then he puts the red stuff.
Grenadine?
Nope. It's spicy. Tahini.
Teen?
Tahini.
Oh, tahini?
Tahini.
That's not really spicy.
Is it not spicy?
I mean, I guess it has a kick to it.
Tangy.
He rims it.
Tangy?
He rims it with tahini.
I think it's tahini.
Yeah.
It might just be some kind of like
Tangy.
red.
It's more citrusy. Citrus spice. Put it that way.
You know, now that I'm saying it out loud, I feel like I'm doing him dirty. I don't think that's what it is.
It is red.
I will say a lot of the times he just makes the drinks and I get too drunk.
It sounds like a good one. Sounds like Richard needs to make me a margarita.
You fucking will. He'll be too excited. I mean, you only have a short amount of time before you can get one.
Why?
He's about to have a kid. It'll be hard to track him down.
You're gonna want to drink margaritas.
I don't know if he's going to put that much effort in it. I think he'll just want the alcohol.
Yeah, that's right. He can go to Costco. You get the premix.
He's like, we ain't got
Tastes
time
great.
for this.
It's so easy to make. I don't have to do anything.
Do you garnish? No garnish or anything? Just no lime?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Dang, we're here for efficiency.
You remember when Tervis were the things?
The Tervis?
Tervis tumblers?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I make my margaritas in. The big ones.
They're like the 24
32 ounce or whatever
32?
they are. I think it's 32. Yeah.
Yeah, they had the Tervis was so popular, they had their own store downtown Charleston.
Yeah.
It was insane. A whole thing just...
I have like a cupboard full of them.
You have too many?
Yeah. I never use them anymore because now I use shaker cups.
Are all those Tervis tumblers BPA free? All the microplastics
Of
getting into our drinks?
They say that, but I'm sure they're not.
Yeah, everything is killing us now.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Let's see. Go back to you at work and your meetings and whatnot. You're a team lead?
I'm a program manager, technically.
Okay. But you're like boss over people.
Yeah.
Yeah. How have you grown, and what was the most helpful thing for you to understand to work with a team and get everyone like working well together?
Sports.
Unexpected answer. What? Like company sports?
No, I mean I played soccer through most of my life.
Oh.
In college and stuff. So as a goalie, and you're kind of you get to see the whole field. So you're kind of like the de facto lead on the field because you can see it all. So you can direct people where to go and all that. So I really feel like started working in that aspect. And back then I was not very good at that because I was very I would chastise the shit out of my own team.
Oh, nice.
Like if they fucked up, I would yell it across the field. Probably wasn't that great, but I had been warned by the refs to watch my mouth.
Oh,
back then. Yeah.
Which is wild because you're very different now.
Yeah.
Very much.
I am a lot more tame than I used to be.
You heard it here first. Yeah, true. Age and aginess.
You realize you can't fight every single battle.
Yeah.
Which is what I would do.
That's wild. You would just want to fight everybody.
No, I just felt like if it was something that I believed in.
Okay, well, I mean, that makes more sense then.
Then.
You had the passion about you.
I would just, I didn't care what rank or you were. I would stick up and say what I had to say. But then over time, you realize that once I got a good mentor, they're like, if you fight everything, they're not going to listen to you when it's important.
That's good. Very good point.
So now I'm way more laid back, and most times, shit, it doesn't matter anyway.
Right?
So
I feel that a lot.
You're just wasting time. People get spun up at work all the time. Like, and what's the matter? Does it really affect anything?
Right?
So and so's an asshole. Cool.
Why are you letting it
Yeah.
bother you?
That's his problem.
Yeah. I call those. I don't know where I got it from. One of the deathbed moments. Like, if you're on your deathbed,
Yeah.
do you actually give a shit?
No.
Like, of course not. You're not gonna remember this thing that happened.
Right.
Like when you're down there. So why do you care now?
Mm-hmm.
And it's really important. I mean, like a frog in boiling water, it's easy to not realize how worked up you're getting until it's too late. So, I mean, understanding that, looking at every situation with the eye of like, okay, will I care about this next week even? And understanding like priorities.
A lot of times I'll just tell people to go fix it.
Damn. That's straight to the point, isn't it?
If you don't like it, do something about it. I might can fix your problems for you. I wouldn't be doing my job if you came to me for everything and then I just solved it.
Absolutely. You wouldn't learn anything.
Right.
Yep.
So, if you don't like it, you go talk to him. Figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. That's such a good point. I mean, and if especially with someone else too, it's the aspect of not everyone knows what's happening. Like they don't know how you
100%.
respond.
That's usually the case.
Right?
People make their assumptions.
And so you're building up on this idea of what you've created and how you perceive the situation. That person's like,
yeah,
not even like on the same field. And like you're letting it build you up and ruin your day and everything when you can just go say it.
Right.
Say it with
or
your
getting you all
chest.
spun up and you come at someone all hot and aggressive.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's going on?
Which feeds off into other interactions that you have with other people.
Well, it could people on the defensive too. Because you come at me all hot, then I'm going to escalate to match your energy.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
And then you're not going to get anything solved.
Oh no, it's going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's insane. All for no reason.
It could be.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point.
I believe that for the most part, people, there's assholes, lazy fuckers out there everywhere, right? But for the most part, people want to do their job.
Yeah.
You may do it differently than someone else, but they don't want to do it. So if you don't like the way something's done, just have a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a good point. There's that sense of fulfillment that we all kind of, most of us strive for as a human.
It's not like we're professionals. We're not working in, I'll say, a filler job. All jobs are important in some form to society.
Absolutely.
But some jobs have, you put a lot of effort into it. Maybe you went to college to do this profession and all that. So obviously you want to be there for some sort of reason.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Not to just fuck off and do nothing, although they exist. I've seen them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Or just don't have that sense of, or just don't know that they need that kind of serious aspect to their life to make everything else more valuable.
Where some people didn't have to struggle to get anything.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Or they're just happy being where they're at.
Which is an interesting spot. Because I kind of say comfort is the killer, right?
Yeah, there's no growth in a comfort zone.
No. But that's all what we hunt for. We all just want to go to a point where we can get comfy.
The harder things you do, the easier life is.
Could put that on a t-shirt, my friend. Say that one more time.
The harder things you do, the easier life is.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because you're training yourself more and more every hard thing that you go through. So every harder thing that you walk into, you're more prepared to handle. We got there.
Yeah.
Kind of. Let me know if you followed that.
Like if you're, whenever you've accomplished something super hard or you go through some trials and tribulations, everything before that is now trivial, right? So, but there's going to be something harder. So the harder you keep doing things, the easier life.
Progressive overload.
Yep.
Mentally and physically.
Especially if someone, if you deal with anxiety.
Interesting. Let's hear
right?
this.
Well, what are you anxious about? Not knowing or being in control.
Yeah.
Right. You want to have, for me specifically, is you always want to have the answers to whatever the scenario is. I'd be able to solve any problem that comes my way and be able to handle it.
Yeah.
So you're constantly overthinking about things that haven't even happened yet. right? But when you do harder, you're like, well, I've been through this before, so how can you be worse than that?
That's good. It's sometimes hard to remember all the things that you've been through too.
Sure.
When you're in that moment, unless you're practicing and working, I feel like the harder, more situations you go through life that are challenging, the more easy it is for you to recognize that and recognize like you've been through other things.
Right.
Whereas in the beginning stages, every single thing that you're going through feels like a fresh, new terror.
Right. Everything's a fire. Again, like fighting everything I wanted to fight back in the day.
Good point. But it made it tough for today.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if you're fighting people.
And jiu-jitsu helps. Again, if you're put in tough spots.
Yeah, you've put me in tough spots.
A while ago.
Yeah. But still, you're like a freaking boulder. I couldn't move around. Slick, and all of a sudden I'm like stuck.
And well, you see it. I mean, Jocko always talks about jiu-jitsu as life. And you see when the new white belts come in fresh off the street, right? And you put them on your back and they can't do anything. They freak out, right? Because it's, they put their gi over their face. Now they can't breathe. So they'll, makes people panic.
Yeah.
But once you realize that, like, okay, you're on top of me. Big fucking deal. Are you going to do anything or are you just going to sit on me? Because I can sit here too.
Yeah.
Right?
Calming down in the situation.
Right. Then you wait for people to make their move. Then you counter it.
Chess games. I like that. Slowing down is a big one. And I guess like understanding situations like that helps you make slower and better calculated decisions.
Well, it makes faster things slower.
Oh, well put. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've had to roll with like college wrestlers who just came in for jiu-jitsu. And now they're a handful because they already have grappling skills, right? But they're young and they're fast, so I can just turtle up or slow them down. Then they get frustrated. Yeah. Because they can't do anything to you. It's like I can just wait you out and get you tired.
Not what they expect either.
Right.
I feel like a lot of times too, in the beginning, whenever you face challenges, you see it only from one perspective. This is like the only way that you've ever handled situations.
Sure.
Is the only way you're going to handle the situation. It's not until you realize, oh, I can't do every situation the way I used to, which then translates to you being like, oh, now I understand that there's so many different ways to get to the end or to do something.
It's just take a step back.
Yeah. That's hard to do. I feel like, at least for American culture.
You can still be aggressive and productive.
Okay.
But you gotta, see what's going on. Don't be tunnel visioned. With a lot of people focus on the problem.
Okay, I was like, sometimes tunnel vision's not bad though. It's a different area of what we're talking about.
Which depends. Are you tunnel vision because you procrastinated on doing something and now you're trying to focus on getting it done?
How dare you?
Like, how's that painting coming?
Ouch. I actually forgot about it.
Yeah, I'm here to remind you. Just because it makes me laugh.
Oh, man.
But you just take a step back and assess the situation.
Mm-hmm. Which is easily applied to business as well.
Sure.
Yeah. And understanding that sometimes paintings won't get done really quickly.
Right.
But that's because the best product is yet to arrive. Right? It'll just be a masterpiece.
I really don't want you to ever finish it because then I lose my leverage.
At this rate we're going, I never will. It's been like 7 years. I still have the picture of your parents too.
Do you?
It's downstairs. I looked at it yesterday. I was like, fuck, he's probably going to say something. And then I forgot. Almost immediately. I turned around, my ADHD brain ping-ponged around. It's ridiculous. One of the things I think about a lot, which helps, I think, with your mindset of going forward a lot, something that you have always pushed, is the discipline aspect. And the one thing that Jocko says a lot too, discipline is freedom.
Yeah.
Definitely held up. I've been focusing a lot on that this year, trying to be more disciplined with things that I know I need to be doing.
Yep.
And also disciplined with not shitting on myself for the things that aren't like incredibly important in the moment, at least.
Well, you shouldn't shit on yourself, one, because the reason you're disciplined is so when those things don't get done, you were disciplined to get it done in the first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even though I don't always want to go to jiu-jitsu or the gym, I'll still go, right? There's no reason for me to not go. I might not feel like it,
right?
But you go. Then there's weeks like this week where I couldn't go to the gym because I was helping my dad out, right? But because I was disciplined in the past, it's not a big deal that I missed this week. I'll be back next week.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it becomes a problem when you're like, oh, I don't feel like going to the gym today, and you don't go, and then real shit actually happens. Now you're going weeks without, working out or doing what you need to get done.
I like that. So the focus, I guess, is your ability to stay disciplined and not so much on the unachievable
it gives you
permanent use. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
It gives you the freedom to live.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, and Jago has said himself, a lot of people misinterpret like discipline equals freedom. Like it constantly has to be disciplined, and you, for the most part, you do need to be disciplined all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to eat a candy bar or eat ice cream.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But every time I do have one, I'm like, do I really need one right now?
Yeah. Okay. That's a good point.
No, I really don't. I have something else. And then when the time comes where I actually just want to have it, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have it today. Cool. No big deal.
No big deal.
Because you're eating ice cream every single day.
The goal isn't to be perfect. It's to make sure your life is in a situation when you do enjoy
balance.
Yeah. Enjoy those things. It's okay.
Yeah. So don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Because you were disciplined to be able to have the freedom to make this choice.
Mm-hmm.
And then you continue to be disciplined after that.
Which is nice, because in a weird way, that's kind of what naturally just happens. Like the more I've been disciplined about getting work done in a certain time frame,
mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, these are working hours, and I've restricted other vices until specific times. I get done with work faster, so then I'm just well,
yeah,
I actually just have time to do whatever. Like there's nothing. I'm pretty much caught up on everything in a sense. Like you can never really truly be caught up, but it was interesting. So now I know going in, because I've only been really pushing for it since January this year. But the third month, I know it's exciting to get started and hammer it out because I know I'm going to get done and I'll be able to do whatever else I want for the rest of the day, which is great. But it also allows me wiggle room if an emergency happens. I have time I can work on.
Right.
Which is
really freedom.
Nice. Yeah. Which is really great.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of really positive changes in my life, which another thing too is the aspect of not hating on myself so much. The more disciplined I am, the more I can see myself working towards things better than just taking all those short corners.
Well, I think one of the issues that we have as a culture is too much, especially nowadays with social media, is probably a huge issue with it, is instant gratification. Like no one wants to put the work in for the long haul.
Oh yeah. Where everyone's like, if I have to put a lot of work in, it's not worth it.
Right.
Which is the exact opposite of what it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't know about you, but I do foresee a shift, and I think it's kind of starting to happen, where people are looking more for better put effort into the content that's out there. I think YouTube's never failed, and honestly probably never will. But the whole platform of YouTube is built more or less on a well curated, good thoughts. The information you're getting is important. The way that's filmed is important. The sound and everything is important, rather than getting it out there really quickly and it being within 10 seconds for our attention span.
Right. Well, that's what TikTok and Reels are for.
Right. But at the same time, those videos are getting longer and longer.
Mm-hmm.
I think you go up to 10 minutes now on TikTok. Instagram just increased theirs as well.
Did they?
Yeah.
I haven't been on TikTok in forever.
I think you go up to 3 minutes now on Instagram. So the longer forms are, I think, end up being better in the long run.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Rogan has proven that.
True point. It's hard to beat
long
Rogan.
Form communication is what people are craving.
Mm-hmm.
Not, 30-second, minute and a half news clips.
Right. with like no information.
Right, or stupid panels with people arguing. That's so productive.
Yeah.
For ratings.
Yep.
So, I mean, Rogan's approach, I think, is he's not ratings driven, whereas like the news media is, because that's their funding.
Mm-hmm.
Funding's based off advertisement. So whatever gets more eyeballs, they're gonna promote.
Push it. Absolutely. Which we're all paying attention to now, everybody.
Yeah. Rogan's like, let's talk, let's have conversations.
Yeah.
Which what everyone needs to do.
Absolutely. That's why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to have conversations with people. Chit chatting. I mean, a lot of us have these thoughts throughout the entire day. And then a lot of times you don't have anyone to talk to them about, whether they're insightful or extremely goofy. I feel like we need to share those thoughts more often.
I think we need to go back to being Americans. And
pretty solid.
Love your neighbor. We're all in the same country. We all go through the same shit. We should all want success regardless of who's in the White House or your local mayor. We all want a better place.
Like, hey, we're a tribe.
Right.
We lift the tribe up together. I love that mentality. I mean, that's kind of what we all do naturally.
I think there's more of it out there than the media portrays there to be.
Agreed. I agree with that, yeah. At least like the moment you actually look around and or
right.
for me in my life and talk to people, you're like, oh yeah, we're far more in the middle. Like I don't really know too many extremists on either side.
Right.
Which is I think the average.
I think it's most people.
Yeah. Well, at least in our town.
Yeah.
I don't get out a lot. Yeah. Speaking of that though, how do you feel about this may be a little off subject. Maybe not. Captain America.
The new one?
Yeah, what he said about the title America being applied to Captain America.
I honestly have stopped paying attention.
Oh, man.
I know that he made some comments. They were, I guess you could say, politically fortuitous for today. But
it was interesting.
Marvel and Star Wars have kind of been off my radar for a while.
I understand, my friend. I do understand.
They've ruined them. So.
Yeah, I think he basically was just trying to say that the tone or the perception of America is not what he wants applied to Captain America.
I mean, Sam Wilson should be Captain America in the first place.
Who?
Sam Wilson, the Falcon.
Yeah. You said it shouldn't be him?
No.
Oh.
He's not a super soldier.
It's a good point.
If we're going to go down nerd holes.
I'm not.
I mean, he technically shouldn't even be able to lift the shield.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was it just as heavy as Thor's hammer?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I had no idea.
Bucky would have been a better Captain America because he's one and the same.
Bro, you just blew my mind. I didn't even know we were going to go there.
But Falcon is an awesome character.
Yeah,
they can make a movie off the Falcon. Why do they need to make him Captain America?
I think we know.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. For me, I mean, I can understand what he said at the same time. I was a little disappointed. I don't know. Just feel...
I mean, I'm not surprised coming out of Hollywood these days.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. More tribe. More go America.
Yeah.
For sure.
We led this world for years. Decades. We kind of pissed it away a little bit.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll bounce back. Stronger. As we all have discipline. Give ourselves freedom.
I think, well, you see that in the younger, I mean, I'll say younger generation, but they're motivated to get shit done.
That's good.
I think so.
Yeah. You talking about your son? Like,
I think a lot. I mean, when I say as old as me, but in my position and all that, you've gone through generations. I remember everyone hated the millennials. I'm like, I never had any problems with millennials.
Yeah, yeah.
Millennials were lazy. I mean, what it comes down to, except for our generations, we don't give a shit about anything. Just leave us fuck alone. But every other generation just wants more justification and understanding of what they're doing. They're not opposed to doing work. They don't want to do stupid shit.
Yeah. Like, why am I working that hard?
Yeah. They want to do something meaningful. and understand what the hell they're doing, and they don't have any qualms with calling it out. And
That's
you,
true.
as a manager, shouldn't be upset if you get called out for not knowing. Just do it because I said so. That's no.
Yeah, that always is a problem.
Right.
Just do it because I said so.
But no, like give them maybe they have a valid point. You should look into that.
Yeah, and maybe you don't have a valid
Right.
point. The checks and balances.
But they're
Again,
super
going
eager
in.
and they're highly technical.
Yeah, but hey, do you have any? What generation are you even talking about here?
For me,
Yeah,
I'm Gen X.
what generation are you talking about?
Well,
The
I think
ones-
millennials.
Okay, was it
The Gen Z is the new one, or
was it Gen Alpha? The
Alpha, everything
Past
millennial
millennial?
and below. I mean, everyone sees it.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, I mean, for some reason, no one really paid attention to us, but
Not at all.
none.
You guys just
I
don't even exist.
don't remember hearing anything about anything from the boomers
Nah.
until the millennials came around. They just got like all the hate. But some of my best employees are millennials. I'm like, I don't know what's the problem here. They're hardworking people.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
I've never worked with that.
with a wide gap of
Yeah, exactly. It's either everyone like around your age
Mhm.
or everyone's like a child, basically. Yeah, you know, my other job hires a lot of younger people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I haven't been able to compare. I never really thought about it in that sense. You hear the people say stereotypical things about other things, but a lot of it's pretty valid. The lazy part, you know, I don't know. I just felt like that was just what we were all yelled at growing up, but I never really took it that serious.
right.
Yeah. I just feel like that's what you just tell kids. Like, stop being a lazy piece of shit.
I mean, we've had some people who are younger. I think there's an I won't say eagerness because it's not really an eagerness, but or self-righteousness, but they want to have what you have now,
Mhm.
but that takes time to get there. And again, it goes to they want things, instant gratification. They want to get there. They do hard work, but they don't understand. I say they, but it's a pretty broad term. I have a wide variety, and they're not all the same, but there's tends to be a tendency that you got to put time in.
Yeah. Which I understand.
You'll get there. I mean, some of these guys now are making more money than I did back then. Of course, everything's cost more or whatever and all that, but
Yeah. It's a good point. And which is understandable. Everything comes really quickly to you now.
right.
It's really fast. I did see.
Well, and when you take the social media aspect of it, and when I would say almost everything on social media is fake,
Yeah, oh yeah.
that oh, did you see another 19-year-old driving a Lamborghini or something? Like it's not real. He probably rented that shit or something and trying to. So
There was that trend on TikTok when everyone thought it was going down,
mhm.
and a lot of people just kind of like let out the bag.
Oh,
It was like all this
open
is
the veil.
pretty much all of it's fake.
Yeah,
Like a whole bunch of them came out and said that, and everyone else, then it didn't go away, and everyone was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
But I'm like, what? Who's surprised by this? I think it was nice to see a lot of people kind of respond that way, like not surprised.
I mean,
You can't live that way
I
all
know
the time.
I'm an older, but I can't think of any time where I was just doing something recording.
I mean, I can't.
Like it's all staged. Why? Some of these, I mean, they're entertaining, they're funny. I'll laugh at a lot of them. I'm like, you're portraying this as like, oh, this just happened, but why is your phone out to catch this?
Mhm.
Like, no.
Which makes sense, because even when cameras came out in the day, back when I was a wee lad,
Mhm.
and I would take the family giant VHS recorder and make my own home movies, right? Anytime that came out, no one was candid. Everyone saw a fucking camera and they're like, what's that all goofy?
Oh yeah, I got plenty of home videos from parties. I always bring,
Yeah, which is great. But ever since the day, it's like everyone's putting on some kind of act, no matter what.
100%.
Yeah. So
Lights are on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Showtime.
absolutely. So I went off subject a little bit there.
No.
Oh, the instant gratification aspect of it all. It does. It does come fast. The nice thing though is with social media, it can be inspiring,
Sure.
but I feel like it's harder to do it. But they hit really good when it does. Like when I come across one of those, so to speak, that talks about other people that have accomplished things in their life
Sure.
far later in life than expected. That's like very, and like you can hear them talk about it. It's uplifting and it's exciting, kind of like inspires you to work hard. And that's nice because a lot of times we see the young kid 19 doing these dumb fake shit on social media.
Eating was it Tide Pods?
Oh God, yeah.
I think it was your generation, if I'm not mistaken. But
God.
but no, carry on.
Yeah, and so like you see that and you're like, oh my God, that kid's so much younger than me, and he got this so much faster. There's a cheat code to get it fast, and then you'll see like things that actually matter, and the people who built those, like, oh, they didn't do that quickly overnight. They're not 19 driving a Ferrari.
Right.
That's not the goals you should be having, and so I think it's really like it's cool to get. Oh, is that you?
Yeah.
Oh. Scared the piss out of me. I was like, what is that? And then you didn't answer your phone. I was like, where's the sound coming from? But it's good. So like seeing the fact that the big important things, those people didn't build them overnight.
No.
It's long and it's saying keep going with it. So if you don't have that instant success that you think you're going to get because you're seeing that 19-year-old, it's like, hey, that's not how it actually works. Keep going. And that's really nice to kind of get that
Well,
check.
everyone sees the success.
Yeah.
They don't see what it took to get there.
Unless you're Gary and you record everything.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But even him, it took a long time to get to that point.
Absolutely. Yeah. Which is, part of the journey and not the destination.
Like everyone thinks, I want to be a YouTuber because it's easy. I'm just record myself, put it up online. No, it's not that easy.
No, it sucks.
I mean, editing videos takes forever.
Yeah. And then making thumbnails.
Yeah.
And then some days you just want to not do anything. You're like, oh, I have to be this avatar that I created. I have to.
So much stuff goes into
film it, yeah.
And then monitoring it. Looking at keywords, looking at hashtags, looking at so much.
Now, you could definitely
engagement.
Throw stuff up there and not care about it. But I'd rather that not happen.
What, you know, like clickbait stuff?
It's okay. Not so much clickbait.
Or you just don't throwing it up there without editing it?
I guess a little bit more towards the not editing aspect, in the sense that if you are someone that likes to film things, I guess more.
Yeah, but that's a different role.
Yeah. That's where I was going. Like, if it's fun for you and you're not going through and trying to figure out like your AdWords or whatever to try to push your viewership, and you're just making it for the fun of making it, I'm here for that.
Right.
But 100% clickbaity stuff or useless, like, I'm trying to sell you this just for the fact of selling it. Stop it.
No, people want authenticity now.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
I like the window. Now, I'm also a graphic guy, so I really like beautiful graphics and things. But behind the veil is always appreciated.
Yeah.
I like both. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I feel like I hit a blank wall.
Did you get everything out you wanted to get out?
Like, for right now. My brain is doing those little like
Rolodex. Are you scanning?
Yeah.
Scanning for content.
We didn't go anywhere. I mean, I can go through the list if you want to keep talking.
You have a list.
I sent you, remember?
Oh, that was all for me. I thought it was like I was supposed to pick a topic.
No.
Oh.
It's not just for you. These are just things that throughout the day I'm thinking about. I'm like, oh, that'd be fun to talk about.
White case. Bold statement, Cotton.
White case?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Also, the texture is like rubbery. So it gets caught.
How long have you had that? It's not dirty yet. It's got to be like a day old.
Oh, no, I got it immediately. I walked out of the store with it.
Some remarkably good
super
cleanliness.
Well, nothing sticks to it.
That's cool.
Except my pocket. Whenever I try to put it in there, it drives me nuts. But it semi-works. There was something in here I really wanted to ask you about that I was excited for. Oh, honestly, I have a whole bunch.
Oh, well, have at it.
Do you have a hill you die on?
No.
No.
Not
even one?
No, you can't. You should be that inflexible.
Solid. Not even for the fun of it?
No. Are you trying to get something? If you're trying to get something done,
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
right? And a lot of people put their stake in the ground, but it leaves you no way out.
I think that's the point sometimes. No, I feel like a lot, like if you're talking about an actual like topic, sure, I get what you're saying in the terms of real life, but I'm talking about like dumb shit, like Canon versus Nikon.
No, it's yeah, outside my area there.
Well, yeah, that's just something that I have that I can do. Like Star Wars related, like top 3 or sequels don't exist. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, the sequels don't exist.
So,
Hey, you want to go there? But I said the prequels sucked.
And now you changed your mind.
I changed my mind because of what they did with the Clone Wars. Kind of filled a lot of content. Could they do the same for the sequels? Maybe. I think it'd be hard pressed to, but.
Oh, that'd be wild. That'd be really nice, though. Oh, we're both getting hit up, aren't we? This podcast is wrought with distractions. Such is life, everybody. That's not bad. I mean, you obviously have like the better thinking perspective. I was just trying to get you to say something funny.
No, sorry.
Just rag on it, and you didn't.
I can't think of anything that would.
You were so like professional and mature about it.
I figured you were talking professionally.
I mean that's smart. We were, but my brain when it short circuited, it went to goofy mode, and I was like, all right, well, what else are we doing? Like, let's get silly, which happens a lot.
It does.
Do you feel like your pacing around at work helps keep you focused on task and not just kind of get distracted and bounce around?
Well, no, because I have there's multiple programs and stuff I have to oversee, so they're all different.
Okay, so yeah, you get your stimulation throughout the day, different projects. Smart. That's what
I like to keep myself open for if issues arise.
Smart.
Then I'm there to solve them as fast as possible.
Yeah, because you probably have to deal with those. I don't get too many situations where I have emergencies. It happens on occasion with like websites or last minute designs for like a opera play or something. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, I'll be working on like 3 different projects at once.
Yeah. I mean, I do the same, but again, I have leads in these positions that I get to constantly interact with and hear things real time as they come up.
Nice.
And then either give them some guidance or, just have a conversation about it. That might send but they usually handle these situations on their own.
Do you ever get bored?
Mm-mm.
That's a good job. I got bored often at some of my jobs.
I mean, it has its days.
Dude, I get bored sometimes designing stuff. I'm like, this is my passion, and I'm falling asleep at the computer.
Are you bored or are you just tired?
I just boredom. I mean, it's just dumb shit that I probably should have AI do.
I mean, I think every job has parts of the job that aren't your favorite.
Yeah. The lucky souls that don't have that.
Yeah.
But that seems unrealistic.
You should definitely use AI more. I can send you some pictures if you like.
Oh, I mean, I'm always open for AI art. It makes me laugh. I should use it way more than I do, but I do use a decently amount. There's always better ways to use it, though.
Yeah, I barely scratched the surface with using it for. I mean, I used to manage our Instagram page for the Travis Mannion Foundation stuff I do.
Nice.
For the local area, and I don't have you anymore to create content. I'll just hop on there. Like, I need this, and I just boop.
There you go. That's the best way to use it, in my opinion. Like the small things that aren't like, ooh, yeah, get a fancy artist and spend money on it. Like,
right.
No. Just
coming from an artist.
Oh yeah, I had to talk to a guy about it who pays me as an artist to design stuff for him. He's like, how do you feel about it? And he explained a situation where he used some of the art, and it was for like a presentation. And he's like, I just needed stuff kind of quickly. It didn't need to be like perfect. I was like, bro, that's exactly what it should be used
100%.
for. Like all the tiny menial stuff that you shouldn't, or you don't really need to spend $100-something on, but you just want it to look decently nice. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like how long would it take you to do a graphic?
It depends. Like
the brewery ones back in the day, right? You would spend hours.
Yeah, sometimes.
On something that we post on Instagram that would get a couple hundred maybe 1,000 or so views,
Oh yeah.
and then it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Boop. Boop.
Or just like the opposite, it gets like no attraction or
Yeah.
attention. You're just like, no, I love that thing. Yeah, so like I'm all for it. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't make me mad. Granted, I'm not a very big popular artist, so AI's not stealing my style. No one's like using AI to take what I've created for themselves. So like I do understand why people get upset by it, but at the same time, it's new, so we're gonna come up with hopefully
Yeah.
laws around it, or just sue the piss out of everybody.
Every new technology comes with learning.
Mm-hmm.
Industrial Revolution, .com era, all that.
Yeah, I do think though the acceptance of AI art is not high, if that makes sense. Like Coca-Cola, when they came out with their AI commercial, I think was for like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you could tell.
Oh yeah, people hated it
Yeah.
and hated that they used AI for it.
That is something I can agree with, right? That's getting a lot of views.
100% agreed. Like at a big company who has a budget who can help support an artist
Right.
or somebody, like, yo, like what are we doing? I think in that context, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like we said, if it's a big thing, hire a real artist. If it matters,
Right.
hire an artist. If you're making an event for Saturday on Facebook, use AI.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we do?
That goes for the, Coca-Cola. If you're just posting shit on Instagram,
Yeah.
there's right. If you're making advertising for Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, not even a good one.
yeah,
What? Probably still expensive though.
you think so?
For it to generate.
It's expensive for them to pay for the advertising space, yes,
That? Yeah.
but to create it,
I don't know, man. That used a lot of energy.
Hmm.
I think in order to something to spit that entire thing out, had to cost money. It's not like the good video generating AIs are free.
well, I mean, what's it? OpenAI's Chat GPT is like $20 a month.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're only spending like $60.
I mean, I think Grok is free on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Damn, there's AIs everywhere. Different names popping up. Can't keep track of them all.
We're just creating our own demise. So
Did you see that Chinese robot flexing at that lady?
I did. Not a good thing.
I've seen iRobot.
I've actually never seen iRobot.
It's pretty good. I heard the book is better than they fucked up in the movie.
That's not surprising.
That's not surprising at all.
I have seen Terminator though.
There you go.
I know how that goes.
Hell yeah. We know exactly how to fight those people.
Yeah. There's you should Google what's it? It's super creepy. Something robotics. Let me look. Hold on.
Oh yeah, you're fine. I don't know. I'm gonna take this moment to drink this delicious coffee. Not at all at room temperature now.
Your coffee?
Yeah. Surprisingly, still delicious. Are you talking about the bicycle thing?
No, it's a humanoid.
Oh, with the white legs and it's hanging in the air and it flexes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's legit. That's real.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was like an AI thing at first.
Oh, what? No, it looks super real.
And then I went and it walks like a human.
Yeah. I know. We're all going to die soon.
Like,
100%.
oh, we're here to help.
It's exciting, though. To kind of be on the top of the wave looking at this robot revolution coming.
And then I've heard about AI, like, found it was going to get turned off and it
Yeah. Saw that too.
basically lied so it could live. Crazy.
Yeah, they created, I think 2 AIs created their own language so they could talk with
I saw that this week.
us understanding them. I was like, ooh, dangerous.
Yeah.
We're getting real dangerous. Then one of them that was programmed on information started praising Nazis. I saw that too. I'm like, well, you start testing a lot of these weird things.
Well, you do have to do that.
You're feeding it
Right.
information. You shouldn't be surprised if you're feeding it malicious content that is going to go in a malicious direction. But yeah, it's pretty sketchy out there.
I mean, if you got AI reading Reddit to learn, we're in trouble.
We're fucked. That's not good. Honestly, any site really.
Yeah.
There's just absolute trash.
There's
on
internet
every-
life, and then there's like real life.
Yeah,
And what people say on the internet, nothing like real life.
that's fake world right
Mhm.
there. Everything is not real on the internet.
No.
But that's where most of us live.
Yeah, but we have
Now you can play pussy with
perception.
me. That's okay. I'm sorry to interrupt you. What did you say?
We've grew up without it, so there's a base level there of understanding life.
Mm-hmm. Get those feet in the grass.
Yeah.
Feels good. I think. Who did I talk to? Oh, it was one of the dudes at work who either doesn't have cell service or no, he just started reading Brandon Sanderson books.
Mm-hmm.
And so he spends most of his time reading. He's like, it was really great because I was not a huge social media guy, but not being on my phone even more now feels even better. I'm like, attaboy.
Yeah.
Welcome to the real world, buddy. This is really good stuff.
This is great.
Yeah. You smell that oxygen? That's a weird phrase. Well, man, I think that about wraps it up for today.
Cool.
I think it was a good discussion.
Cool.
I had a good time.
Me too.
Thank you for
As
being
always.
my first guest.
I try.
If you guys want to see us do other stuff behind the veil,
I don't know.
you have to pay for our paywall. I'm
Yes,
going to have you back on any other time.
let me know.
We're going to continue to shoot the shit and talk
Word.
about other stuff.
Yeah, man.
On a side note, how much are you loving, not side note, finale, how much are you loving Elevator Operator?
I listened on the way here.
I listened to it this morning too.
Yeah.
I was like, Ben's on the way. I got to jam
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Listen to that, and then of course Ratatata right after that.
Oh, that's good. Have you listened to the new, you like Architects?
I don't know if I've heard that one yet.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that afterward.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time.